Welcome, everybody. Where's my game? There it is. My game came up. Excellent. Good evening. Welcome. It's Monday, August 20th, I think. Hopefully. Got that right. Thank you for joining me here on Lotro Stream. I am Gravidy42. Abigail. Hello. Aurora Ember. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. I am late today. No, hey, Krauls, nice to see you. No, I am just late. I have some renovations work starting in my house this week, and my contractor showed up at 5:30. My contractor, who said he'd be here at 2 p.m., showed up at 5:30. So, that's all right. What'd I get? I get gifts? What do I get? 200 shards. These are some of my favorite things. Fire him. I'm not firing him. It's a contractor in a big city. It's like, I expect them to be late for the most part. Or at the very least, I tolerate it. The nice thing is that if I be nice about him being late and I just tolerate him being late, then he owes me one. You got to play that game. Hey, Hard Hit. Welcome, welcome. 200 shards. These are marks, shards. I love Hobbit gifts that just go directly into your wallet. There's no inventory management with them. I wish like the scraps would just be gold. Hello, Pot and Vinberry. Welcome. All right, I am going to start with my... Yeah, I think I'm just going to start back in on my Lay of Rust and Rime. Where did I leave myself? Last week, I'm 13 of 16, so I have 3 weeks left. Yes, Kryles, I heard that. All you Twitch streamers. Prime people will now receive ads. Only Turbo people will not see ads. Yeah, that's kind of a lame... I shouldn't use Lotro Stream to complain about Twitch, but it's like if you're gonna make a price change, like it's fine if you want to charge more for something, but at least give people more. It's like, here, we're gonna give you the same thing, but we're gonna charge you more. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's too bad. I get lucky because I checked. For anybody who's, I have a Prime subscription because I have Amazon Prime anyway. And I checked, mine renews on September 10th, 5 days before the cutoff. So. Is that what Turbo is? Yeah, I never really looked at Turbo. Work mode function. You're losing that feature. I guess they have a captive audience, so they're going to try and capture it. Why do I suddenly have 2 quests here? Oh, one is the... Oh, I can actually get... I didn't think I could get this daily wrapper from them. I'm going to take that one too. I thought you could only get the daily wrapper for Northern Strongholds from Dale, from the Queen Regent. I guess not. The time draws near. My scouts have returned bearing ill tidings. Vathug Wintermind, son of Frimmel Frostheart, flies for Erebor from the Grey Mountains. He and his brood approach the mountain even now, and I have sent as many warriors as I can spare to guard the gates of Erebor. Many of the Dale folk have sought refuge within Erebor, and the Elven King has sent a company of his finest archers to aid us. Thikil Gundu still bears the cold scars of his ire for Durin's folk, but I will fight to my last breath to ensure Erebor does not come to such an end. All have made ready for the coming of Vathug, and this time he will not take us by surprise. We of Durin's folk will strike him down. When you are prepared, we shall join with my warriors before the gates of Erebor. Whoa, exciting. Big fight coming. Traveling to big fight. They say Prime stopping ads hurts the streamers and they don't want to do it. Literally next sentence says, for $8.99 you can buy Turbo and not get ads. So you are in fact okay with them losing ads. Yeah, I don't know. I struggle with Twitch's monetization strategy. I don't like it. I wish they were more generous to streamers. And I don't say that because I'm a streamer, because especially with partners who end up getting subs in the higher ends, I think even affiliates who get subs in the higher ends, I think more of that money should go to streamers than. The money is mostly from donations, I assume, for streamers. Yeah, it's for sure. Hey, Gumps Gang. Hello. Anyway, yeah, Krauls, we'll see how it shakes out. These kind of changes always kind of ruffle feathers and get people upset, and we shall see. Gumps Gang, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are defending Erebor, the snowy Erebor today. Oh, I guess it's snowy because of course the cold drake is coming. Vithug Wintermind. When first we tried to reclaim Thickle Gundu, we were over proud and greedy, even by the measure of Durin's folk. It mattered not. It mattered not to us if the dragons had been sealed within the anvil of Winter's Stith, or if they had merely returned to the withered heath. Vathug had long lain in wait within Thickle Gundu for the return of the Longbeards, and my folk did not know that when they closed the gates behind them, they wrought their own tombs. King Dane the First was taken by surprise, and before he could raise his axe, Vathug breathed the fell frost upon him. The ice encased him, and a swift gust of Vathug's wings toppled and shattered our proud king. Fror sacrificed himself to save the few of us who remained to flee the gates of Thickle Gundu, but Vathug had won his victory before the battle even began. We entered the Steel Keep in celebration, and we left it a broken people. This time, Vathug will not take us by surprise. Let us join the defenders of Erebor below. All right. Do not let King Thorin III die. Got it. Let us go. King Thorin III pauses and beckons for you to come closer. We of Durin's folk are honored to have you at our side. Many a dwarf axe has been sharpened, the elves have knocked their arrows, and our barricades have been assembled. There will be no rousing speeches or well-intentioned pleasantries before this battle. Vathug is great cold drake, and it shall take our combined might, mettle, and fair share of good fortune to overcome him. Despite my misgivings, one of my scouts insisted upon remaining in the field. He is a brave dwarf, for he knows that he may be the first to be spied from above by Vathug. Remain alert. My scout shall soon return. All right, battle has been joined. King Thorin, Vathug flies over the mountain. Oh dear. He's down. Get him, my trusty dwarves. Get him. Although that wasn't Vathug. Where are these guys going? They're just like running all over the place. This is a very strange fight. back down here, you crazies. Hey, all up in ya. Welcome. Come on, dwarves, one of you can tank. Come on, let's go. Guess it's my fault. Shouldn't have drawn this much aggro. Uh-oh. There's a big one coming in. That might be him. With a crash, Vathug Wintermind lands before the gates of Erebor. Uh-oh. Yeah, thanks, guys. Keep that aggro, please. Oh, this is a tough fight. This might take a while. Or did say glad it's Friday. Vathug breathes frost upon you. Uh-oh. And ice begins to encase you. By some miracle you have survived, but what has happened? Oh, apparently I wasn't meant to win that fight. Okay, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. Okay. You fought well, my friend. We feared we had lost you in the fighting, but you have survived. The fighting continued for some time, and many more were lost in the battle. When all hope was thought lost, a company arrived from Dale, and the young king loosed one of the remaining black arrows of old at Vathug Wintermind. It did not end him, but it pierced his wing and unsteadied him. Before a final blow could be struck, he took flight once more and fled Erebor in fear. Our foe is beaten. The day is won. There will be time enough to rest, recover, and grieve soon. Corral says 2 more weeks and I'm off for a week. Super looking forward. That is something to look forward to. We have prevailed, and that is enough. Mostly cosmetic. I'm in a... It's hard to describe. I'm in a house. So I live in San Francisco, kind of in a bit of an urban area, but not like downtown. But it's fairly noisy around me. So we're getting a little bit of we're just doing an outside wall. We're getting some insulation and stuff in an outside wall and doing a little bit of soundproofing while we're there. Little by little, we get a few more walls insulated in the house. Just makes it a lot more comfortable. House is a pretty easy description. Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's actually a condo. So I own the top floor of an old Victorian house. John DeGard, welcome. Thanks for joining us. But that's very common in San Francisco, is for you to own, like there's a lot of 2 or 3 unit condos in the city. And then you just own, it's just a legal condo and you own the top floor or the bottom floor or whatever. It's kind of a cool arrangement because you get to know your neighbor really well. So my wife and I get along very, very well with our downstairs neighbor, and we look after our dog, and we have keys to each other's places, and we know all of her kids and her grandkids, and it's kind of a nice little situation. It is over. We of Durin's folk have claimed our vengeance upon one of our greatest foes. Vathug Wintermind, son of Hremel Frostheart, fled the battle gravely wounded and shamed in defeat. Whether he lives still or not, he will not trouble my kinsfolk again. Oh, really? So sure are you? Many fought and died bravely before the gates of Erebor, but their sacrifices were not in vain. When the time comes, they shall be laid to rest in tombs of stone. There will be many tales told and songs sung of this day, my friend. But where has Karsgar gone? Has his plot now failed? Don't know. Hey, Zinger. Welcome. It goes very well, thanks. This week's getting off to a pretty good start. Carl says, friend at work has a 6-unit condo, 1 per floor. I don't think that is the norm around. I still have like 90 units in my condo. Lots of people I wouldn't mind getting to know. Yeah, I've lived in buildings like that. They can be cool, but everybody can just stay fairly anonymous in a big building too, I feel. All right, next week. Oh, the next week's quest is literally called Rust and Rhyme. This is the second to last one? Yes, it is. It is good to look upon you once more. Vathug Wintermind was a cunning foe, but his defeat was a great victory for Durin's folk. When he fled the battle, I believe he flew for Thickelgundu, the Steel Keep, but where he has gone matters not. If his wounds have not yet ended him, they soon will. As for Karsgar, it seems his plots have come to naught, or so he would have us believe. I received word that Karsgar passed near to Ravenhill shortly after the battle against Vathug was ended. He moved silently among the trees, but even still, Archa's people spied him from above and said that he made for the Grey Mountains. Why did he come to Erebor to claim his prey? Why did he not come to Erebor to claim his prey? I want to know his purpose in taking that path. Ooh, the plot thickens. Did you earn a tractor mount yet? No, I do not have a tractor mount. I made a plea to the developers of Farming Simulator to properly provide Shire Plum for cosmetic upgrades, because Shire Plum should be a thing in every game now. I know some people that would argue that the legacy of Lord of the Rings Online is its strict adherence to the Tolkien fiction, but I think the real legacy is Shire Plum. Pretty sure other games have purple. Yeah, it's not quite the same, though. It's just not quite the same. All right, let's do this one. Can I do this outfit in Shire Plum? Oops, wrong one. There we go. Oh, and there's even a Shire Peach. I didn't know that. Oh, that's not going to change much. Yeah, it looks purple on a lot of things, but if you add the Shire plum color to something that's fairly white, it actually turns it very pink. Bringing industrialized farming to the Shire? No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, doesn't that's what that's what Otho Sackville Baggins tries to do, right? And Sandyman. Ted Sandyman? Well, who's the younger one? No, I can't remember. Whatever the younger Sandyman was, weren't they trying to industrialize the Shire? I know someone who would agree. Agent Brinkman? Yeah, yeah. She's got the Shire plum hair going on. Looks awesome. Hobbit's life would be so much easier. I don't know. It seems pretty easy. Bookworm, hello. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Search the path into the Grey Mountains. So is it not the path? Anybody been toying around on Bullroar? I have not. I did patch the client and then didn't even bother to start it because I just didn't have time. Oh, I cannot get around this way. But I have been reading some of the about some of the information that people are finding. Hey, there's another dwarf marker. Wonder how many of these I have left. At least one more. Ow. Hurt myself. John DeGard says, no, I passed it on Friday. After that, they'd already taken it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a little... It's too bad they don't keep it up on Mondays. Or on the weekends, I should say. I sort of get the... I mean, I certainly understand why they don't, right? It does take effort to keep it up, and it's not effort they want to put in on the weekend. Flakes of rust. Didn't have time. Could have played while waiting for the contractor. Well, it's not up today. I took it down sometime on Friday. And yeah, if I was to make time for it, it would most likely be on the weekends. But Chromite actually had a stream up. Was going through some of it. I tuned in to watch some of Chromite's stream, but didn't see a lot of it. The trail abruptly ends along the path into the Grey Mountains, but a lone raven rests nearby. Oh, I'm using the raven. The raven flies toward Ravenhill, but what did it see? Oh, I gotta go talk to Arca. I found another old chest. I don't think I've found this one before. Apparently I didn't clean out my inventory from last time I played. All right, that's number 9. I think I already had number 9. Yep. Hey, Wood. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I figured that I read the release notes for Bullroar, the patch notes for it, and they did look very substantial. They aren't terribly long, but the changes are very fundamental changes that they're making, especially the change to masteries. So I figure that there will definitely be more than one chance at a bull roar before that update comes out. Ranger, hello, hello, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. What does Arca have to say? I have tidings both good and ill. Karazgar has gone from the north, and his followers have departed in his wake. When the battle turned, he followed the Cold Drake into the Grey Mountains. Vathug Wintermine must seek to heal his hurts in the Steel Keep of old, but he shall have little time to rest from battle. I do not think that the strife between Karazgar and Vathug is ended. In the mind of one who tames dragons, a weakened foe would be an easier one to break. Who can say if such things will come to pass? Tell King Thorn what I have told you, and the North shall again know peace. Hello, D. So I did have a chance to go to Baymouth this weekend. So Signum University's Mythgard Institute, which is their kind of their free little adult classes, like exploring Lord of the Rings. It's on Tuesday nights, which I've talked about before on stream. And when Corey Olsen, the Tolkien professor, streams his Lotro stream, you know, he sort of under the guise of Mythgard, his Grifflet streams on Friday. So Baymouth is a regional moot that was in Oakland on the weekend. So my wife and I got a chance to go. So I got to see the Tolkien professor in person and say hello and meet a lot of other great and wonderful people. Be incredibly nerdy about Tolkien lore for a day. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a, it was only like a short kind of one-day conference. There were 5 or 6 speakers. There was a local, I guess everybody was local. Most of the speakers were academic, so they were presenting, you know, they're sort of, the presentations that they make are sort of like a thesis. They're like a paper. And in fact, you know, one of the people was actually a graduate of Signum University. At least one. Actually, at least 2. So quite a few academic things. And that can get a bit, it can get a bit academic, even for me. I like it, I find it interesting, but for the most part, it goes over my head. But one guy came out and actually did a presentation on his tattoos, because all his tattoos are Tolkien related. And he actually brought his tattoo artist with him, and his tattoo artist talked about some of the stuff that he did and went through. And it was actually really interesting because the guy had his arm sleeved. So from about the collarbone, yeah, but the middle of the collarbone all the way to his wrist was done. And it's in color, but it's actually done in the artist's idea of what elven armor would look like. And it's actually very original and it's very interesting. It was a very cool presentation. And it's a small crowd. There's only 40 people there. So it's very personal for this guy to stand up in the front and go, this is what my body looks like. You know, with big, he actually had big pictures too, because he didn't actually want to stand there mostly naked. So yeah, it was very cool. The artist actually did one of the coolest things. Corey Olsen actually tweeted this. If you follow him, they did a scene with Treebeard. So they did the Treebeard, the Ents attacking Isengard, but the tattoo artist thought, he goes, you know, it would be, he goes, you know, what if Ents don't move a lot because it hurts, right? They actually, if they want to move, they actually have to break their bodies apart, right? So they get legs, but they're actually, their legs are just branches, but they have to like break the bark, and it's really painful to do this. Like, what would it look like if these Ents were in a lot of pain just moving? And he drew it, and you could see it. Like, it was, the feeling of that art was really cool, and it was very original. And it was, I thought it was very Tolkienist. Like, I thought it was very appropriate for the scene. But it was very, very, very well done art. Hail, what did you learn of Karsgar's plots in the north? You tell King Thorin III that Karsgar has traveled into the Grey Mountains in pursuit of the wounded Vethug Wintermind. Ha, let him go. Karsgar and Vethug can bring each other to ruin. I will not involve Durin's folk in their squabbling any longer. We have defended Erebor. We have defended our home. If Vethug still dwelt upon the hordes of Thikkel Gundu, it is there he can die with the knowledge that he was bested. The sacrifices of Dane the First and Fror have been avenged. Now I must put an end to my kinsfolk's wild thoughts of reclaiming Thikkel Gundu. Oh, he's given a speech. We have won a great victory, but Vethug was not the last of the Frostheart's brood. Even if we reclaim Thikkel Gundu, who among you can promise that the anvil will not crack once more? The Steel Keep and its hordes are lost to the Longbeards. There will be no expedition. It is thus forbidden by Thorin Stonehelm, son of Dane, king under the mountain. That's it. All right, suddenly I just finished a quest. Did you do a presentation and just read all of your outro outs? No, I did not. I thought about doing a presentation. If I did a presentation at one of those, obviously it would be Lotro related, because I am not in any way smart enough to do anything else. But I haven't quite come up with something. That sounds cool. I wonder if the guy with the tattoos has an Instagram. Oh, probably. Here, let me, wonder if I can find that tweet. Yeah, here it is. So this is a picture of a slide that's being projected of a photo of a tattoo. So you sort of have to keep in mind how many times that that photo has been or the art has been translated into digital and non-digital mediums. And in that tweet, the Paco Dietz is actually the tattoo artist. So if you're looking for his Instagram, you can find, I'm sure you could find more along the lines from his Twitter account. All right, the last bit of the Lay of Rust and Rhyme. Trouble with tribbles. No, wrong mythology. Trouble under the mountain. I am pleased that you have returned, but I cannot speak so merrily of other matters in Erebor. There is dissent amongst Durin's folk, and it has not been well concealed. The defeat of Vethug Wintermind has done much to stir the hearts of my people, and whispers persist of an expedition to Thikkelgundu. I am certain I was not meant to hear such treacherous plotting, but I have, and from the very seat of my throne. You were present among my kinsfolk when I issued the edict forbidding an expedition to the Grey Mountains. Did I not speak sternly and decisively? You assure King Thorin III that he left no room for misinterpretation in his edict. I thought not. Why then do they speak of such things so recklessly? King Thorin III pauses and begins to stroke his beard. Speak to my kinsfolk, Helting. I would be curious to know how far this talk has spread. He has a website. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it was a pretty cool. I was taken aback by that art, and it was like on the projector. It was 8 feet tall. I think it's on his back, or on his. Actually, it might be on it like his side, under his arm. It's quite big. All right. Question Dwarves of Erebor concerning the rumored expedition. This is the pub and the dance hall back here. They don't seem to be concerned about anything. I don't think these dwarves want to leave. These dwarves have been partying for some time now. They are very happy just where they are. Dwarf. Oh, questioning. Look, I'm stuck. Oh, no, that's not it. I have heard talk of reclaiming Thikkelgundu, but it is folly. Have we not learned from our failure in Moria? I was going to say, the parallel is a bit blunt. Wait, where's this guy? Is he downstairs? Oh, he's downstairs. Game sounds are probably a little quiet. Trying to get game sounds to work a bit better. Things like waterfalls are like really loud. Apparently a waterfall is a sound effect. Let's try that. The guy with the tattoo is a private Facebook. I was trying to go see it. Oh. Questioning. I'm stuck again. Oh no. I had not heard such rumors, but I think of all the treasure that was left behind. Oh, I'm sure there's lots of treasure. Yeah, it was the guy who stood up. I don't remember his name, and I probably wouldn't repeat it here if I did anyway, because he did say that he's actually quite a shy and reserved person. So he doesn't. I think Baymut's kind of easy because it was only like 40 people, but he probably doesn't want too much information blasted around. But it's hard not to share that art. It is pretty impressive. I heard whispering about Thickelgundu the other night. Not that I have any interest. That guy just wants to hang out, beer in hand, right? Beer in hand. That's the solution. If you want people to stay in Erebor, beer in hand. Dwarves blunt nonsense. Yeah, I don't know if there's pictures of more of the... There might be other pictures if you search for hashtag Baymut, either on Instagram or on Twitter, you might see other pictures that will leave him anonymous. If it did not mean to find the king under the mountain, I too would consider the journey to the Grey Mountains. Oh, there's interest for it. Okay, that's 4 of you. Oh, that's where you found his name. We need a Henneth Anun volume slider. Yeah. Well, and the unfortunate thing is that I should actually report this as a bug. I haven't. Cry of the Wizards, its sound effect gets turned down with sound effects. So, like, everything else is on combat sound volume. So one of the ways that I one of the ways that I test my stream audio is I just shout "Call of the Second Age." One, I don't need a target, so I can just shout it. So it's really loud, and combat volume is at 100. But for some reason, the sound for Cry of the Wizards, which I do need a target for, is under sound effects. I should probably report that one. I think King Thorin will change his mind. If Vathug pillaged the hordes of Durin's folk, it is our right to take back what is ours. I don't think he's got much of an argument whether it's your right or not. I think his argument is whether it's stupid or not. Oh, sorry, folly or not. Humph. We of Durin's folk would be wise to heed the words of the king under the mountain. Well, you're an employee. It looks like you're a guard, so hopefully you are following the words of the king. Bah, there's enough work to be done here in Erebor. The king was wise to forbid such an expedition. I'm not actually seeing a lot of, I see kind of some non-committed support, but I don't see anybody else really talking about going there. I guess the Wizards want to keep their public crying to a minimum for appearance sake. Maybe. Okay, I need one more. Where are they? I'm gonna have to get on my goat. Oh, there they are. There he is. Or she. Not sure. Nonsense. The king under the mountain has spoken, and that is that. Yeah, there's not a lot of support for it. I don't think we're going to see a mass exodus. At least not until Update 23 comes out. When Update 23 comes out, all the dwarves are going to change their mind. What tidings have you of these treacherous rumors? You inform King Thorn III that many of the dwarves of Erebor have heeded his edict concerning Thikkel Gundu, but a few whisper in secret of defying the king under the mountain and seeking the steel keep. No, I will not allow it. The edict I issued stands, and it shall do so for as long as I am king under the mountain. Who could have started these whispers? Do my kinsfolk not remember the loss of Balin's expedition? Do they not see that the iron garrison fared no better? Whether we can reclaim the steel keep for days, years, or centuries before succumbing matters not to me. Too much blood has been shed seeking what was lost. Erebor is the home of Durin's folk. That is that. Dori has been quiet since Vethug came to Erebor, but I know him to be a particularly adventurous dwarf. Before I can put this matter to rest, I would know if Dori has found himself struggling to heed my edict, or worse, if he has sown the seeds of a new expedition in the minds of those seeking adventure. I hear Dori has been hunting among the foothills of Erebor, but I hope he has not gone far. Speak to him on my behalf, Helting, and learn if he knows the source of these rumors. Off to find Dori. And when we do, whoops, can't type. We'll have a raffle. How does that sound? I have a code for 100 Lotro points available for raffle. Enter exclamation point raffle in chat to win. And please be following the channel. And by please, I mean you must be following the channel to win. Oh. I didn't have to go very far. I wish I could remember their descriptions from The Hobbit. I assume the colors are probably still the same. It is a fine day. What brings you here? You tell Dori that rumors of a forbidden expedition to Thikkel Gundu have begun to spread throughout Erebor, and that King Thorn Stonehelm wished to learn the source of these rumors. Ha! If only it were me! I have heard these whispers, but such an expedition is not for me. My quest was for Erebor, and that is enough. Neither I nor any other proud Longbeard would admit when our days of adventuring draw near to their end, but I am not the young dwarf I was when I fought alongside Thorin Oakenshield. You should return to the king under the mountain and assure him that I will heed his words. Ah, but I wonder. Dori furrows his brow. Nori had several visitors when last I traveled to his home in Erebor. It was a strange thing for so many to have business with the keeper of the coffers, and they did not seem keen on speaking after I arrived. Nori is a dutiful dwarf, but I wonder if those dwarves have something to do with these rumors. Nori often visits the eastern halls outside Erebor. Find my brother and ask him about these dwarves. That should ease the mind of the king under the mountain. Alright, finding a dwarf. Kryles has given Dwalls a hard time. Probably appropriate. Not sure why, but we'll allow it. Gamer Gramp comes in with the raid. Welcome everybody from Gamer Gramp. The Old Fart raid is always welcome here. Hope you had a great stream tonight, Gamer Gramp. Nice to see you. But if I go up to the heart, it turns red? What do you mean it turns red? Oh, it turns red if you hover over it. That's good. If you hover over it and it turns red, it means it was green and you're good. Delarfin, hello, welcome. Unzi, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Lots of emotes in chat, nice to see. Hey, Kadithi. Gamercrap was up to too many shenanigans. I shall say no more. Probably best. Wait, where'd that guy go? Where? Oh, jumping off. Ouch. Nori is nowhere to be found, but a missive has been pinned to the door. A missive. When I click on it, it's a note. But the narrative describes it as a missive. Gamer Gramp looks innocent. That must take a lot of effort, Gamer Gramp. Come on. Ranger's coming in with the emotes. Look at that. Outstanding. Nothing good can ever be on a missive. No, probably not. All right, what does it say? You take Nori's missive off the door and you should now read it. Okay. Dory. Oh, this is Nori's missive. Sorry, it's to Dory. Oh, that's funny. They give you the TLDR, but they also actually let you read it. All right, here we go. When last you came to my home and met my companions, it became clear that my intentions could no longer remain hidden. I now lead them into the Grey Mountains and onward to the halls of Thikkelgundu. It is not Thikkelgundu that I seek to reclaim, but rather the treasure hoards of Durin's folk that were lost in its fall. I do not doubt the King Under the Mountain chose his words carefully, and he spoke of increasing the wealth of Erebor as a matter of chief importance. After the failure of the Iron Garrison, what better source of wealth can be found than within our delving of old in the Grey Mountains? The King Under the Mountain forbade such an expedition, and it is clear that I will not be welcomed back to Erebor as a hero of Durin's folk, even if my quest succeeds. You have always been the more adventurous one, brother. I hope that you understand where others may not. For Erebor. Look at all these emotes. Outstanding. That's the essence of work. All right, back to talk to the king. There is a raffle open, by the way, everybody. People coming in from Gamer Gramps raid. It is for a 100 Lotro point code, so exclamation point raffle in chat to win. Dwarves and their staircases. They do like their staircases. They don't like their railings, but they definitely like their staircases. You want to go there? Where are we going? I'd go anywhere, pretty much, I think. Or are we still talking about dwarven staircases? Nice. King Thorin. What had Dori to say of these rumors? You informed King Thorin III that Dori had no intention of defying his edict, but his brother Nori did so without his knowing. You tell King Thorin III that Nori absconded in the night with a small company of dwarves and seeks to reclaim Thikal from the dragons and orcs of the Grey Mountains. You offer Nori's missive to King Thorin. No, I would have expected such boldness from Dori, but from Nori, never. He is the keeper of Erebor's coffers. He is sensible dwarf, or so I thought. King Thorin III's face flushes, and he seems at once determined. I care not for his reasons. Nori's fate is his own, and may whatever fate befalls his company weigh heavy upon him. I will not risk the lives of Durin's folk to rescue him from such a terrible and treacherous mistake. Naught lies before him but rust and rime. So be it. They seem to like their ceilings too, but you need a telescope to see it. Yeah, they don't. They make small matters out of making very tall rooms inside mountains. It's very impressive. This is easily the best piece of jewelry that I'm going to get, and I'm going to have it for what? 2 months? Who knows? I don't know if is there a betting pool on when update 23 is going to hit? And now I actually have earned a dwarf in a barrel, just like I have on the stream. So let's go check it out. Helting the Herald. Oh, it's very alliterative. Let's go to the other house. Somebody's going with 911. 911. Wait, you're German, so does that mean the 9th of November? Or are you translating for us over here? And welcome, Tally. Nice to see you. All right, I will draw the raffle. There is a raffle open. Exclamation point raffle in chat to enter. Please be following. You must be following to win. I'm going to, once I get my little dwarf in a barrel placed, I'm going to I probably can go in any of these spots, right? How big does it? How big is it? Small. Oh, small furniture. It'll go right here. Nice. German would be 11.9. Oh, okay. So 11th of Spe is a Tuesday. That is likely to be a patch day. Okay. There we go. Dwarf in a barrel. What is it today? August 20th. So that's like 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Yeah, it sounds about right. Tally. Does he come out? Or do you have to like use it? Oh, you have to use it. It doesn't come, he doesn't actually come out. It has been used too recently. There's definitely not a dwarf hiding in this barrel. And since they promised update 23 to be late summer, I think there's a dwarf hiding in the barrel. Or should be before 23rd of September since fall. Ah, got it. All right. Let us draw the raffle. If I get my commands right. And Tally wins and is following. I'm guessing Tally's whispers will work. Rigged. For sure it was rigged. Man, it's really quiet in this house. It's very quiet in here. I got no music in my house. All right, there you go, Tally. Please let me know if you have any issues with it. And I am done the lay of Rust and Rhyme. I didn't really have anything else planned for tonight. I think that's it, right? I think I'm done like all the content. You know what I could try and do? No, I'm not going to do that. I've been trying to finish my deeds. I have, to finish Erdloon, I have literally one creature to kill. So I could go and see if I can. Take care, Kraus. Thanks for dropping in, man. Always good to see you. Hardhead says it's only rigged if Zinger wins. Well, there could be a conspiracy there. Oh, this is exciting. I could do this on stream. Boglurker Slayer of the Lone Lands. That would be exciting stuff right there. I mean, I only have 35 to go. You can find what? One about every 5 minutes? It'd be a long stream. Perfect. Thanks, Tally. It's better now. Yeah, I did some work on it a week and a half ago or so. I just jumped in. I was just killing some time late at night. I kind of went through, I killed everything around. I just kind of did the circle and then quit. And I think I got like 30 or 40 of them, so it wasn't too bad. One more loop, I might actually finish it. What is this? See how many official streamers can do Sarner content in one day? I don't know. Is there? I take it I'm not the first. Unfortunately, I never got to see any of the other official streamers today because work would not allow me the privilege. Stino is trying to get Northpaw? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Northpaw is tough. So Gathoop is... Where's Gathoop? In the halls... In the Sarner Caverns... Which is this way, I think, right? She finally got it after her stream ended, so naturally her kinnies renamed all their pets Northpaw. That's awesome. Well, let's see if I can get Gathoop. Yeah, the respawn time on these is several hours, right? Like 4 or 6? Aurora thinks 6, yeah. Wait, there's also a Southpaw in the game? There's a Southpaw? Of course there is. This is the Great Hall. Where are the caverns? They're over here, right? Thought maybe I had a Hobbit gift tracking tome, but I do not. Oh, Brulug's up. If anybody needs Brulug, at least on Landreval. It's in the it's an enemy in the defense of the prancing pony. Oh, that's cool. Northpaw's sweet tea chugging cousin. I got that. I got a sweet tea chugging cousin. There's my distant cousin. I could name him Southpaw? No. Oh! My gosh! He's up! Yes! Look at that. He is up. Boom! Just like so. Deed completed. Avenger of Sarnur. All right. That deed log pane is finished. So now I got bog lurkers. I finished North Downs. Then I just have Slayer deeds and Troll Shaws. And Slayers of the Misty Mountains, which are actually pretty easy, I think. Cool. Okay, well that happened a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Screws. I didn't even get a chance for others to come in with troll pets and rename them. No, I did not. Yeah, I think I just got lucky. I guess nobody needed it. That other one was up too. Brulug was up, so Oh, I turned off my nets. Oh, I know. I named my distant cousin YOLO. YOLO, distant cousin. But apparently Southpaw is not a valid pet name, cosmetic pet name. Isn't that Olive's neighbor, YOLO? Might be, yeah. Could be. Oops. I didn't need to kill that little frog, did I? Alright, how many bog lurkers can we get? Out killing frogs again? Hey, Geeks Tour. I am out killing poor, helpless frogs. I didn't mean to. I'm actually out killing these stick things. Only in battle games. He wanted frog legs for dinner. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think if I've ever had frog legs. I had a hamburger for dinner. It's like the most normal thing I could have eaten, pretty much. Somewhere Kermit is putting together a revenge party, maybe. Hey, it's not easy being green. So they say. Now we know why. All right, well, I never really intended to do this, but since I am doing it, it seems entirely unfair that I don't actually pay for it, so... How about we have another raffle? I have distinct memories of my classmates in junior high biology bouncing frog eyes on the floor during the dissection lab. Ouch. Hopefully they're not entirely unpleasant memories. All right, same raffle as before. It's a 100 point Lotro 100 Lotro point code. Exclamation point raffle in chat to win. And make sure you're following, please. And since I'm out hunting the most elusive creatures there are, oh, there's one. Get him. Get him, YOLO. Suddenly I just had a whole bunch of them. Hopefully my luck keeps up. I find they are most elusive when you need them to complete a deed. Yeah, exactly. And you don't need that many, 90 in total. So the advanced deed's only 60. I have 23 left. So at this point, I'm like, I don't really want to use a tome, accelerator. I'd rather save accelerators where I need 200 and odd things. I think finishing Rust and Rhyme got 100 tokens. Think of all the plus 10 fishing rods you can get. Oh, is that right? Give me 100 tokens? That is generous. It did too. Wow. Oh, I still have the Lebrathron fishing rod. I think, see, my problem is that I firmly believe that fishing rods should be crafted. All of them should be crafted. Well, except for like the one you buy at the beginning. But anything with plus on it, I mean, there's enough woodworkers in the game at this point that it would be cool to throw that little thing of woodworkers way. I guess they already got instruments. Maybe they don't need more things to craft, but I kind of like my fishing rod to be made by somebody, even though admittedly it's made by an alt. Mine was crafted by a dalesman. Well, there's that. Yeah, yeah. And besides, I do have, whoops, wrong one. I do have 200 fishing. And I'm pretty sure 210 fishing isn't any better than 200 fishing. Maybe I'm wrong, but hard to say. As a woodworker, I'd love anyone to actually buy something I crafted. I only make things for kinnies these days. Nothing ever sells in the auction house. Yeah, crafting's kind of a... Crafting in this game wasn't a real priority, so it ended up being something for alts to do. You can probably sell things like, especially the good consumables, cooks, hope tokens, anything the lore masters make. There's a few good consumables that you might be able to sell. But once you make something, it lasts forever, so there's not really an economy for it. But I agree, Tanuliel, it would be nice to have crafting kind of be a little bit more important. Yeah, I do the same thing, Zinger. I don't craft much, but I have on Landerval, I have all my crafters look like this guy. Not quite at the end of Doomfold. I guess I need to get finished. I guess I need to get working on this. I need to get this finished now. Jalapeno comes out of lurk mode just to crafting. Hello, goofy old lady. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I got done the Lay of Rust and Rhyme, so I am now wandering around the Lone Lands trying to finish Boglurker Slayer because I figured everybody needs a really good sleep tonight, so I should try and lull everybody into a nice sense of quiet. And there is a raffle open, exclamation point raffle in chat. I'll draw it in like 5 minutes. Hopefully I will be much closer to being finished this deed by then. I got 15 to go. Thank you, Olip. Yes, if you don't know me, or if you're new to the channel, I'm just lurking, trying to figure out what we're all about. Locho stream is populated by just players of the game. Court of the Rings is on at... What time's he on at? Noon, right? Yeah, noon Eastern. Or 1 o'clock Eastern. I can never remember because I never get to watch it because it's during the middle of my work day. Somebody remind me when Cord's on, please. Noon Eastern on Fridays. Thank you, Southern Belle. River's Dream is now following. Awesome. And if you want to get into the raffle, / raffle in chat. Or was that my private channel? That might have been my private channel. I think I changed the sound. Thanks for the follow on my private channel. My personal channel, I guess. It's not all that private. But yes, all of us who stream here, except for Cordovan, who streams at noon Eastern on Fridays, are just players of the game. And we have the honor of being able to stream on this official channel, which is actually kind of cool and fun. If you are new to the game, you can kind of get a sense from chat. We're a fairly close community. You know, it's kind of an aging game. It's a very, I wouldn't say a very small community. The servers are still very well populated when you want to get things done. But at the same time, a lot of people know each other. So we're a pretty cool, close community. Zinger said, I should pump out those last 2 levels on. Yes, you should. Yes, Martumbra streams on this channel tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Olip Enya also streams that content. Olip Enya is another one of our team members. And they are doing a all-cappy kinship Rift run tomorrow. I am hoping to join them if I can. I'm pretty sure I can wrangle the time. Ah, perfect. Thanks, Southern Belle. Hey, Apulu. I see you come in. I missed you saying hi. I did. Welcome, Apulu. Thanks for coming out. I always get concerned when there's other people, oh, they're level 65. They're over level 2. I don't get concerned when there's other over level people in the area, but I always get concerned about at level people in the area and I'm stealing all their kills. Especially since I think one of the local quests says you kill bog lurkers. All right, I think I'm almost done. I just need one more run back into that other area. I have 4 left. I can get 4, then I'll draw the raffle. Yeah, it was one of those kill 10 of, yeah. I think there was 2 parts to it if I remember that quest. Kill bog lurkers and destroy nests? Something like that? Or maybe that was just another quest. You can always run into GA Arboretum or something while waiting for respawns. Oh, okay. I was wondering about instances. I never did any of these in instances. I don't know. I was never at this part of the game. Like near release. So, you know, you kind of just zoom by that end game content. Okay, I got one more bog lurker and then I'm drawing the raffle. So if you want to get in the raffle, make sure you get it. There it is. That poor camouflage bog lurker. And just like that, a whole bunch of quests completed. What, no titles? Oh, there's my title. Oh no, that's just my Lotro points. Woohoo! All right. One more. So that's the first 5 tabs finished. Now I'm on to Troll Shaws. All right, I'm now going to draw the raffle. What else? 73. Congrats, what else? Nice. Where'd my other chat go? There it is. Have I whispered to you before? I don't think I have. All right, sending you a whisper just to make sure you get it. So what else? Check your whispers and let me know that you got it, because sometimes whispers don't go through. And I want to make sure that we can whisper each other so that this code doesn't go into the void. Perfect. And there's your code. And please let me know if you have any problems with it. I'm going to shut down the stream here shortly, so if you don't get a chance to apply it tonight, that's not a problem. You can just hit me up on Twitch anytime. But I'm going to end my stream here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me, doing the Lay of Rust in the Rime, and especially doing the Dale Lands content. The Felagoth content is a bit tough, but the Dale Lands content is so fun. That story was so good. The Lay of Rust and Rime was so good. It was so much fun being able to do this on this stream. I really enjoyed being able to stream that on Lotro Stream. Can't wait for some new endgame content to come out and check out that story. Until then, YOLO here and myself. Bloodshield22, hey, thanks for following the official. Much appreciated. YOLO, my distant cousin, and myself will sign out. There we are. Who's up streaming Lotro tonight? Anybody? There's usually somebody streaming Lotro, but for some reason there's some other game had an expansion and they seem to have got distracted. All right, so, whoa. Apparently, one more bog lurker shows up as I'm standing here. Let's get out of that guy's way. Well, Terry Adwin's up. Let's go raid Terry Adwin. Let's do that. All right, there we go. Terry's a good choice. Excellent. All right. Raid incoming into Terry Adwin's stream. Make sure to say hi from Lotro stream. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with me. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to all the great streamers tomorrow and in the future. Take care, everybody, and have a great week.